friends, welcome back to my channel. Sass here. First, let me just start by saying that it is storming outside. My power has been going in and out, which means my internet in and out, and it is dark outside. I mean, it is dark. So, in case you don't get it, on Friday, y'all know the deal. Foolery Friday on a Saturday. You will get it Saturday at 8 a.m. So, I don't know what's going on. It has rained every day this week. I mean, I think it's done rained 6 days in a row. Downpour, and awful weather, and now it's storming, so in case this don't come out, you know why. Alright, so I will see you Saturday if you don't get it Friday. To my new subscribers, this may be your first Foolery Friday. We just keep it light over here. We just here to bring a smile to your face. We just over here having a good time. We don't really get too heavy over here. I try not to discuss politics, and I try not to discuss religion, honey. We just talk about foolishness over here. That's all we do, okay? That's what we do, so welcome to the family. So, let's talk about B Simone. B Simone, she is having a hard June. First it was the protester comment, then it was the 9 to 5, and now plagiarism. Now, how I heard about this story was from my homegirl, Poetry. Okay? Poetry commented on a video, and she started off with, girl. Now, when someone, sends you a message or texts you or, leave a comment and they start off with, girl, take heed. Because you know it's going to be good. So, she told me about B Simone, plagiarizing. Now, if you don't know B Simone is an influencer. Is that what we call her? She's an influencer. She made her money from Instagram posts and she manifests things. Well, when I found out about the whole plagiarism, I had to go to the internets. And I did. Boy, when I tell you they was ripping off limbs over there. Limbs. Honey child, they done said that this girl, B Simone, done plagiarized a whole book. Honey, they done said that the book was a menu. Honey, Poetry done called it a pamphlet. Somebody said it was a pre-K workbook. I said, Jesus. So, apparently, B Simone's book, I think it has to do with manifestation. Try to make a better life for yourself. You manifest it, it will come true. Well, apparently, Pinterest assisting this. So this white woman tweeted out, listen, this book, this woman named B Simone, the inside of her book looks a lot like one of my workbooks. Some ain't right here. So, of course, she posted it, and then several other people start saying, now, wait a minute now. That looks like my work. So, I believe that it was a total of 6 women that came forward. I think 2 white women and 4 women of color said that B Simone had plagiarized their book. They had that she had taken word for word, ball for ball. When I tell you that it was a copy and a paste, honey, I was like, daggone. I was like, B, you mean you can't rearrange the, words a little bit? You took the exact thing, and look, in one of the women's workbook that they took from Pinterest, honey, it had the copyright right there at the bottom. So, then they start showing this video of B Simone She had went live. This was before the whole plagiarism allegations. She had went live with her book that she spent, her blood, sweat, and tears. That she grinded. That she put all her love, all her energy manifesting this book. It was her baby. She's sitting on Instagram Live and the book is literally falling apart. I said, what kind of manifestation is that? Who put that together? What type of Elmer's glue is going on here? Who put that book together, B Simone? Willie walk in the chocolate factory. If you don't go somewhere, you on live with millions of your followers and that book is falling apart. So it comes out, this plagiarism allegation. And of course she went Helen Keller. She went real mute. So, of course, she had to come out and she says that, legally she can't really go into it. I bet. But she did say that she takes accountability for the book. She says that her people that work for her outsourced. They outsourced part of her book. Now, this outsourcing went straight to Pinterest and stole these people's work, honey. How you outsource a book that you said that you wrote? You manifested this. Blood, sweat, tears. How you outsourcing this? This is your work. This is your name. Why are you outsourcing anything? If anything, if you are doing any type of research, then you put the person's, you acknowledge their writings. You acknowledge the source that you got it from. If you're doing the research, we know this, okay? If you use anybody's name, work, title, anything, you have to put where you got the resource from. You just can't be slapping it on your book, and I'm definitely not going to listen to anybody. If my name is attached to this, and I have millions of followers, and I'm putting a book out, you best believe I'm going to see every bit. Everything. I want to know, where did you get this? How did this come about? Who wrote this? Because I did. See, she knew she didn't write it. Okay, she knew she didn't write this, so I would be like, where did this come from? She says that it was a mistake. She takes full accountability, and all of the books have been pulled. She has made contact with the appropriate people. I bet you did. But she did say that it was a huge mistake. She also says she takes full responsibility because her name is attached to that mess. So, learn from it, B Simone, girl. You'll be all right, girl. Learn from it, okay? And this time when you write a book, don't outsource nobody. Don't talk to nobody. If it takes you a year, 2 years, let it be your book. Let it be yours, okay? Don't let anybody else get involved, child. Everything that you do, you have to touch. You have to know what is going on, period. Or you will get burned. Prime example. But B Simone, child, your followers, they'll back you. You'll be okay. And let's move on. All right, let's talk about Dave Chappelle, 846. He came out of nowhere, just out of nowhere with this special. I wouldn't even call it a stand-up comedy. I think it's just Dave Chappelle talking, letting out his frustrations about the way the world is right now. And boy, did he deliver. Fantastic video. I'll leave a link down below. It's on YouTube. I think it's under Netflix as a joke channel. And it's Dave Chappelle 846. And honey, when I tell you Dave Chappelle was ready for this, he literally just sat there and just talked. And he just told you how he felt about the state of the country right now. About him being a black man and the things that are going on with black people. You can tell that he literally was talking like he was talking to his homeboys or homegirls. You can tell that everything that he wanted to say, he knew at this moment he needed to do it. He needed to say everything. Good, bad, indifferent, ugly. He needed to let it out. Okay. Even in his mannerisms, the way he kept, getting up and sitting down and fidgeting, and he had his cigarette and everything. You can tell this has been on his mind for a while, and he needed to get it out. And honey, when I tell you he let Candace Crispy Edges Owens have it, I was here for it. If you don't know Candace Owens is a black woman. She's a conservative, very much so. She's a Republican. She loves her some Trump, honey. Loves her some Trump. Which is fine. There are many black conservative Republicans out there. Okay. But when Candace Owens speaks, it is vile, disrespectful, hateful. This woman is the epitome of self-hate. It's like she can't even stand waking up every morning in her black skin. And she is determined throughout the day to unleash anything negative she can say about a black person, the culture, anything. And when it comes to George Floyd, she did just that. She read this man's criminal history in front of her followers. Millions of followers. People really like Candace Owens, the conservative Republican people. They think that what she says is smart. Her being black, that don't hurt either. She read it in a way of, I'm going to show them he's no martyr. Why we celebrate him? He's a criminal. And she did it in such a venomous way. It was awful. Just awful. And of course, the people who understand why George Floyd and all this protesting is going on, of course, they're going to latch on to whatever she says and says, good job there, Candace. You put it perfectly, Candace. She's a vile woman. Dave Chappelle said that it looks like, he says, listen, her coochie stink. Dave Chappelle said, I don't know if a coochie stink, but it probably does. Dave Chappelle, I co-sign that. But anyway, Dave Chappelle was just talking about how he feels about the current state. And you could tell it really upset him. But I really appreciate this special because of how he said it, what he said. Okay? And it's very good. Y'all go check it out. I will leave a link down below if you haven't seen it. And y'all go check it out, child. Let's move on. All right, let's talk about Marques Houston. Y'all know Marques Houston, all right? Marques Houston is 38 years old, and he is engaged to a 19-year-old Maya Dickey. I think that's her name. A lot of people have speculated that he started dating her when she was under the age of 18. She was a minor. He was 36. But he says, y'all ain't gonna put me in that category. Okay? Alright? I met her when she had just, not J-U-S-T, just, J-U-S, turned 18. She was legal. I mean, I might have been 37. And she was 18, so she legal. It's all good, y'all. You all will not put me in that category. This is a woman that I love, and this is a woman I'm going to be married. Well, I'm going to need for you to quit using that term woman. This is someone's child. Let's say that he did meet her when she was 18. At the age of 18. 1 hour after she done turned 18. Now, she was born at 3:36 a.m. Okay? She turned 18 at 3:37. That was the exact time Marques Houston met her. It's still gross. You are 37. She's 18. 20 years? Is it just me, or is that what's going on with all of them? We all know their history. We all know the history of Chris Stokes, allegedly. We all know the history of Raz B. Okay, he said that out his mouth. There is no alleged to it. Raz B said those things about Chris Stokes. There is something wrong with these men. They're not quite right. They have not taken their not quite right pills. And Marques Houston, I'm sorry. It's just something about all of them is just weird. Do y'all find it weird that he is marrying this 19-year-old and he's 38? Now, I don't know if they met when she was 17 and he was 36 or 30. I don't know this. We can only go by what he says. He says that he met her when she was 18. Until she say something different, oh well. Me, myself, I find it very strange and odd and weird. What's wrong with them boys? I mean, let's move on. All right, let's talk about Atlanta right quick. I know several of you all are from Atlanta. First of all, how are y'all doing? Honey, Atlanta going through it, child. Y'all going through it. Rayshard Brooks, we all know the story. We all know what's going on, okay? Now, I've read that some of the Atlanta officers are refusing to come to work. They are calling in sick. Some officers are just walking out. They are actually walking out of their job because they don't agree with how they are handling this Rayshard Brooks case. They feel like that it was a justifiable shooting, and they have been coming under attack. Let's be real, honey. Atlanta has been rocking, okay, with the protests and the rioting and the shooting, and you know, now the officers feel like that they are being under attack, and so they're not coming to work. Well, the mayor is saying, let them walk out. We got plenty of officers that can cover the ones that are refusing to come to work or have, you know, walked out on their job. But my question is, what about the officers that you're using to cover the ones when they get overwhelmed? When they get overworked, when they get burnt out, what do you think is going to happen then? Do you think that maybe that they're going to put their frustration somewhere else? What happens when a pot gets to boiling with a lid on it? What happens to it, y'all? It boils over. So I really feel for Atlanta right now. Okay? And I think that they need to get this under control. What happened to Rayshard Brooks could have been prevented, but it didn't. And here we are. All right? And it needs to be handled. I know there is a process that needs to happen. That it needs to happen now. Because Atlanta is just, for the ones that live in Atlanta, let me know in the comments, because, ooh, y'all have been going through it. Y'all have really been going through it, and I've been thinking about y'all, because, my goodness, my goodness. Let's move on. All right, speaking of Atlanta, let's talk about these housewives, child. So let the rumor start. One thing that's not a rumor, Eva. Eva says that she quit. Eva. Eva is not coming back to Atlanta Housewives. I think she's going to do the same thing that Portia, what's that morning show called, y'all? I think that's what Eva's going to be doing. I'm not sure, child, but she is not coming back. Of course, there's a rumor that Nene wasn't coming back. Apparently, the rumor was that she did not get her paperwork. Nene says that that's not true. Nene says, listen, you guys know that if I'm not coming back to Real Housewives of Atlanta, you will be the first to know. All right? Bravo had to come out and say that's not true. All right? Nene and the rest of the ladies, you know, there's still negotiations. I think they still have to, you know, give every woman or the women their paperwork, you know, if they are coming back. And Bravo let it be known that they're not really sure who is coming back. I think they are having a hard time filming because of the COVID. So far, we just know that Eva, I do believe, isn't, you know, coming back. Now, listen, y'all all know how I feel about it. I say throw the whole cast away. But if you're not going to bring Nene back and you're going to leave Cynthia, all right, I mean, okay. So far, it's just Eva, all right? Now, there's a rumor that Kenya isn't coming back. But what I find interesting is that Bravo came out and made a statement about Nene that don't believe the rumors, but they ain't said nothing about Kenya. Isn't that interesting? So, y'all, I don't know. I won't be watching season 13. Me, myself, I think that they need to get rid of Real Housewives of Atlanta. If they're going to keep Real Housewives of Atlanta, then they need to bring in some new blood. I think they need to bring in some younger, new people. Refresh it up a little bit. I am tired. Okay? I'm tired of seeing Cynthia. I'm tired of seeing Kenya. I'm tired of seeing Nene. I'm tired. Okay? Yes, Nene is Real Housewives of Atlanta. We know, I mean, even if you don't like Nene, Nene is the OG. She just is. Okay? And Nene, she is Real Housewives of Atlanta. So anyway, if it was up to me, I would say get rid of all of them and bring in new people, new blood. Freshen it up a little bit. Spruce it up. I mean, what other storylines do they have to tell? What? Child. Are y'all going to watch season 13? Who do y'all want to see get their walking papers? Who do y'all want to see come back? Child, leave it down below. Let's move on. Alright, let's talk about the BET Awards. When I heard that they were still going to do the BET Awards, I was like, are you serious? But they are going to continue to go on with the BET Awards. It's going to be hosted by Amanda Seales. She going to be hosting? I guess. Alright? And they're going to be doing it virtually. I can't wait to see this. How you going to perform? How are the people going to perform? They going to be performing in the living room? BET, why do you just cancel and just start over next year? With everything that's going on, I mean, seriously, virtually, y'all, let's get to the nominations. The nominees for Best Female Hip-Hop Artist: Cardi B, Doja Cat, Lizzo, Meg Thee Stallion, Nicki Minaj, and Saweetie. I don't even know who's Saweetie, y'all. I don't even think I said her name right. I don't even know who she is. Who's Saweetie? Anyway, Nicki Minaj, did she have an album out? Cardi B, why is she Best Hip Hop? Wasn't her album last year? I think the one that should win is either Lizzo or Meg Thee Stallion. Anyway, the BET Awards is June the 28th at 8 p.m. Alright, the nominees for Album of the Year: Cause I Love You, Lizzo; Fever, Meg Thee Stallion; Homecoming, the live album, Beyonce. Beyonce had an album out? I used to know her, Kirk, the baby. Please excuse me for being antisocial, Roddy Ricch. Listen, I don't... Child, out of everybody, I don't know who Roddy Ricch is. The baby. Her music. Beyond... Album of the Year, I'm going to have to say Lizzo. Again, the BET Awards is Sunday, June the 28th at 8 p.m. Will y'all be watching? Y'all, I'm going to watch. And I usually review the BET Awards. And I got a feeling that this is going to be a dumpster fire. So I will be reviewing it. What y'all do? BET, what are you doing? I just don't think this is a good idea. But hey, if it gives me something to talk about, then I'm all for it. Let's move on. I want to give a huge shout out to a young man by the name of Keedron Bryant. Keedron Bryant did a song in regards to George Floyd and the protest and all this, and he blew the, oh my God, this young man sung his butt off. Oh my God, it was so beautiful. He was just standing there and he was just singing with all his might. Absolutely beautiful. Well, of course, it went viral, and he has been signed to Warner Records. Is that right? Yes, he's been signed by Warner Records, and kudos to you, young man, honey. Kudos to you. Just great. Just great. I love to see young people doing good things. I love it. I love it. I love it. So, Keedron, honey, keep doing good things, honey. Keep doing good things. All right, congratulations to Raven Simone. She got married to Miranda Madej. She says that it was her soulmate, and she married someone who understood. She married someone who understands her. Congratulations. They seem like a lovely couple. They seem happy, healthy, and loved, and honey, that's all that matters. Listen, right, friends, that is it. I know a lot has went on this week, and I know I could go into detail and discuss everything awful that has happened this week, but y'all, it's just not in me. It is just not in me. I will definitely talk about Breonna Taylor when they bring Breonna Taylor's murderers to justice. A firing ain't good enough for me. So, until that happens, I will not bring her up. I also know about the young black men who have been suicide by hanging. No. If anything comes out of that story, I will bring that up. But until then, no. Okay. Alright, guys, that's it. Alright. I hope you have a fantastic weekend. Y'all stay safe out there. Remember, there's still a pandemic going on. Keep wearing those masks. Keep washing those hands. Okay? Alright? And y'all know the routine. Don't forget to hit that like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, friends. Bye!